Hey, it's you! It's been a long time. I turned around to see my friend from college. According to her, she had moved nearby last month. I was so excited to see her again. We had a casual conversation, and I introduced her to my husband, who was shopping with me. Then my friend said happily, "What a surprise! Our kids go to the same school." I had no idea what she was talking about. There was an awkward silence. My friend told me something so unexpected, and this caused a big rift in our relationship. My name is Mary Miller. I am 33 years old. I've loved drawing since I was a child, and after graduating from college, I went to design school. Though I got a job at a production company, I was unable to do the work I wanted to do, so I started receiving paid commissions for illustrations online. Then, one of my illustrations got a good response, and the requests started pouring in. I began to receive requests for stickers for a messaging app, so I decided to quit the company and began working freelance. At the time, my family fiercely opposed my decision to quit the company. But I was able to follow through with my decision thanks to Shane. Shane was my boyfriend then and my husband now. I met him at work when I was an office worker, and we started dating. He knew that I wanted to become an illustrator, and he gave me some advice when I didn't know what to do.
If you miss this chance now, it may never come again. And you're just gonna give up like that.
But my parents are against it.
I mean, if you don't want to do it, I'm not going to force you to. But there are people out there who want to do something but never get the chance, you know?
Shane's words woke me up. He's right when he says opportunities rarely come by themselves. I would be a fool to miss it. Thus, over the objections of my parents, I quit my job and became a freelance illustrator. Despite my anxiousness, my message app sticker won the top spot in weekly sales. My DMs were flooded with paid commissions, and I quickly surpassed my salary as a company employee. Just around that time, Shane proposed to me and we got married. I became a married couple with the man I love, who supported me when I was struggling. We've been married for 4 years now. We don't have children yet, but we are living happily with each other. Many things have happened in the past 4 years. The characters that I drew have been made into merchandise and picture books. I even collaborated with a store to have the characters' design used on their product packaging. Each time, my husband's smile was even happier than mine. "Mary, you're amazing. I went to the store today and saw your illustration on a package of chocolates. They launched today, so I have a bunch of samples here. Samples don't do it. You have to go to the store to buy these." "Shane, you're so over the top." "No, I'm not. My wife is a popular illustrator, you know. I have to make sure I get these things as your biggest fan." My husband carefully peeled off the package of the chocolates and stuck it on the wall. "For tomorrow, I'll go buy another kind," he says happily. When I see my husband happy like this, it makes me happy too. Of course, I started this job because I love to draw. Still, without Shane, I wouldn't have been able to do the work I love today. Because of his encouragement, because of his support, he's the reason why I can live my life happily now. I can't thank my husband enough. I want to repay him as much as I can. That's what I thought every day. I haven't had a whole day off recently due to my work, but I finally got everything settled that day. My husband also has the day off tomorrow, so I wanted to go somewhere together. So I immediately suggested that to my husband when he got home. "Hudson, do you have any plans for tomorrow? I thought maybe we could go out together. I work from home, so you always go out for me on your days off, right?"
Well, I figured you wouldn't get as much done if I was home.
Even on his days off, my husband is very considerate of me and leaves the house. I don't care who's there, and I'd be more than happy to see him at home. I can't deny his consideration, because he seems to be caring for me in his own way. It's been a long time since we've had a day off at the same time like this. I was eager to go out for a change, so I thanked him.
Thank you for always being considerate. I'll pay for everything tomorrow, so why don't we go splurge?
Oh well, tomorrow is a bit...
What? You're off work, right?
Actually, I have to work on my day off. I'm having a hard time with my current project, so...
You never used to have to work on your days off. You must be really busy.
Yeah, you know you make a lot of money, right? So I thought I'd better not let you down.
We don't really talk about it, but there is a big difference in our incomes. Shane works for a small company, so his salary is about average. I, on the other hand, earn quite a bit of money from collaborations with various companies and regular sales of app stickers. Perhaps my husband is self-conscious about that. However, if I told him that he didn't have to worry about it because I earn the money, it would destroy his pride. If he wants to quit his job and become a house husband, that's fine. However, he is still working as hard as he can to keep up. If that's the case, it would be unreasonable for me to refuse that. I felt sad, but I tried to smile so that he wouldn't be bothered.
Oh well, if you're busy with work. I guess there's nothing I can do about it. Let's go on a date some other time.
I'm sorry. Sonori, it's your day off, so you should go out somewhere to get your mind off of work.
Yeah, I'll do that. It's okay to relax at home, but it's more refreshing to be outside. Perhaps watching a movie or shopping.
Oh, that reminds me. Can you get me a new wallet that'll suit me? My wallet is starting to tear. I'll pay you later.
Okay, I'll get you a very stylish one. So the next day, I went shopping by myself. I'm always busy, so I save up a lot of money. Sometimes I get a little scared because my savings are so much bigger than when I was an office worker. I'm completely useless at housework, so I leave all the bank accounts to my husband, and he takes care of all the household expenses. I use credit cards for purchases, so I only have the statements of what I have spent. The money is deducted from my account, so of course I don't bother my husband. And on this particular day, I was looking for a wallet for my husband and found a perfect one. It was a bit pricey, but I was going to give it to him as a gift to thank him for always supporting me. Can I have this one, please? Can I get it wrapped as a gift as well? I'm just giving it to my husband. I just bought the purse he asked me to buy. Some may think that, but for me, even these small surprises are part of our communication as a couple. I hope you'll be happy. With this thought in mind, I went home. However, my husband didn't seem to come home, and after 10:00 p.m. I received a message that he would be working overnight. In the past, he used to call me when he was about to head home and have dinner with me, but recently, I feel like this is happening less and less. Is it just that he works overtime and comes home late, or is he just concerned about me? I felt an indescribable feeling. After that, we continued to miss each other, and the time we spent together decreased drastically. I couldn't even give him the wallet I had purchased for him. Then one day, my husband asked me if I wanted to go shopping with him out of the blue, although I still had some work to do. I was happy that he asked me out, and I readily agreed. We went to a shopping mall a few blocks away and looked around the various stores. Let's get new matching mugs. Oh, that's a good idea. We've been using our current one for quite a while. There's a lot of cute tableware too. I'm gonna go check out the glasses over there. Okay, we've been using our current dishes since we got married, and they're nicked in some places. While I was looking at the pretty tableware, a voice called out to me from behind. It's you, Mary. It's been a long time. I turned around to see my friend from college. Emily, oh, it's been so long. How have you been? I'm doing great. How long has it been? I haven't seen you since we graduated from college, so it's been more than 10 years? You haven't changed at all, and you look as cute as ever. Oh, please, I'm exhausted every day. Well, what brings you here today? Are you here alone? Emily asked me just in time to see my husband coming this way.
Emily, this is my husband, Shane. I've told you about our marriage, but we haven't had a wedding, so this is the first time you've seen my husband, isn't it?
My husband smiled at Emily and introduced himself. Emily has a husband too, so we may be able to be family friends in the future. Well, I was imagining such a thing, she said happily. What a surprise. The kids are in the same school. The unexpected statement made me pause for a moment. We don't have a child, so we've never even been to a school. Without noticing my agitation, Emily continued with a smile. It's great that your husband helps out with parenting. Oops, I'm so jealous.
But what do you mean by that? It's not every day that a father comes to pick their child up from school. Your husband is so nice.
Wait a minute. We actually don't have any kids. What? And there was an awkward silence. I had no idea what she was talking about. I looked at my husband, who had turned pale and was slumped over. I asked Emily why she thought we had a child. She was slightly confused but started talking.
I saw your husband at my kid's school the other day.
Son. Yeah, sure.
He was tall and good-looking, so he was getting a lot of attention from the other moms. He came to pick up a girl and left holding hands, so I thought...
We don't have kids yet. You sure you're not mistaken?
I'm sure of it. I'm sure I'm not lying.
Then it appears to be true. My husband, who had been listening to our conversation, was shaking next to me, breaking out in a cold sweat. I told Emily I'd be in touch and walked back to the car with Shane. Can you explain to me what's going on? I asked him, but he wouldn't open his mouth. So I took his phone and started checking. My husband was yelling at me to stop the whole time, but it didn't matter anymore. I got around and checked the phone, and found videos of a girl and messages with a woman who is most likely the woman he was cheating on me with. Are you saying that this girl is the child between the woman and you?
No, that's just her kid.
But the girl in the video on your phone called you daddy, right?
That's because I'm like a father to her.
So does that mean the affair is true?
So, does that mean the affair is true? And it's also true that Emily saw you at the school.
I questioned him, and Shane nodded silently. Shen, at that moment, I felt more anger than sadness. I can't believe it. I can't believe that while I was working so hard, he was deepening his relationship with his affair partner and her child. I can never forgive him. I'll make sure he pays for this. And I drove the car to the state office, where I picked up the divorce papers and demanded my husband sign them.
Here you go. Fill this out right here, right now.
Wait a minute. I have no intention to divorce you, to marry.
I asked. Don't be silly. Do you think you can stay married to me after doing this? You betrayed me without a care in the world.
Forgive me, please. It was just a little whim. I've only got intimate with her a few times, believe me.
It doesn't matter. You were with her child as a father, weren't you? At that point, it's impossible. That's disgusting. I trusted you. I even bought you a new wallet as a gift. And you trampled all over my heart.
Mary, please, don't throw me away. I don't want a divorce.
My husband was still half crying and would not sign the divorce papers. I got impatient and took him with me to my in-laws' house. When we arrived, I revealed everything in front of my in-laws. They were furious and ordered my husband to sign the divorce papers on the spot. I know he has a weakness for my father-in-law. My father-in-law is a strict man, and he would never tolerate anything unethical. That is why I brought him to my in-laws. After getting his signature, I stormed into the house of the unethical woman with my husband leading the way. Luckily, her child was at school, so the woman was home alone. When I asked her about the situation, I found it very hard to believe. Apparently, my husband lied about being divorced and contacted her. She was a single mother who was having trouble making ends meet, so he withdrew money from my account and gave her a large sum of money every month to support her. He lied to her that he worked for a major company and gave her money that he falsely claimed was his salary. When I told her that all of this was a lie, she glared at my husband with disdain and told him to never show his face again. She too was in a way a victim of my husband. Thus my husband was easily dumped not only by me, but also by the woman with whom he was having an affair. We later filed for divorce and are married. Our marriage ended. I declared alimony for the affair, as well as a total of $20,000 that he withdrew from my account without my permission. As for the affair partner, she did not know my husband's true identity, so I did not claim any compensation. On the contrary, she contacted me right away and said she wanted to return the money. Apparently, she had been saving the money Shane had given her every month without spending it. I gratefully accepted the money. Shane, now alone, paid my alimony in one lump sum and was in debt. He had no support from his parents, and after moving to a studio apartment, he was living a much poorer life than before. He lied, cheated on his wife, and spent his wife's money without permission. He deserved it. I, on the other hand, bought a new apartment and a new room to work in. I see my friend Emily regularly, and we talk about many things. If I had not met Emily that day, I would still be cheated on. She felt sorry for me, but I can only thank her. I am going to enjoy my life from now on to make it even better.